This month is Month of the Wolf in celebration of my new single, Power of the Wolf. Alright, let's give these guys a listen. Woo! Wolfing around. Okay, so apparently Peter Steele's voice is 4 octaves, which is absolutely insane. So here he's singing like pretty much bass, like he is low. Okay, so why do some people have massive ranges? It's kind of interesting because a lot of basses and lower singers are more likely to have big ranges. Now, there is a reason behind this, and it's not always the case, but it is often the case, in that to get lower, your vocal cords have to get more and more relaxed, or they can be bigger vocal cords. So they can only be as relaxed as they can be. If you have small vocal cords, you can't make them more relaxed and therefore make them bigger. But if you have large vocal cords, you can therefore stretch them and stretch them and stretch them and make them thinner and tighter and make the note higher and higher and higher. And often basses have thicker vocal folds, which means they can take being stretched even more, which gives them the ability to cover more octaves. Often if you're a tenor or a soprano, you have a smaller larynx and smaller vocal cords, and then because they're really thin, they don't want to be stretched as much, so you might have a smaller range. It is not like that across the board, and often thicknesses of vocal folds can vary between basses and sopranos and tenors. We all have our own makeup, but those are tendencies. He sounds really solid in this area as well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. So you can hear that he definitely has thickness of vocal folds. You can hear that heaviness in his tone, and it sounds like he has a low larynx. I don't know if he is artificially bringing it down or he just has a long neck. So a low larynx is the amount of space between your larynx and your lips. If you have a long neck, you're more likely to have a warmer sound because you have more space. The space that you creates different tones. So a good way to try that out is by doing woo 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 woo. If you make that sound, it's really warm compared to wah, 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 and you're creating a really small space and directing it through your nose. So if you make a small space, you make a more thin, more direct sound, and if you make a big space, it's bigger and warmer. I think if you have a little puppy, it's going to be like, woo! And maybe it won't be like that. If you have Alsatian, it's going to be like, whoa! And that's because of the size of the dog. And then his mouth shape is so open. He didn't do what I did there. He keeps his tongue forward nice and relaxed. Really open. That helps him create that big tone. It keeps that warmth going up into the higher ranges. That's what really are. You know, it feels strange, but this is a man who suffered a lot from stage fright and anxiety, and it sometimes affected his vocal performance. And someone with such authority in their voice, often, this is, there's going to be a little sexism talk here, because often we perceive lower voices as more authoritative. And this is a bit of cultural training, I think, and women often have higher voices. So there seems to be a little bit of distrust of women, especially with higher voices, and that's a shame because of how we perceive culture. This is the opposite example. We are perceiving him as having this low voice, which means authority subconsciously to many of us, and he is therefore he doesn't feel that on the inside. So don't judge a book by their voice. Yeah. Those low notes though. So if you want a lower voice, I can't make any promises here. So if you are super relaxed and you are just naturally going down to those low notes and you've learned how to use resonance, then that's probably the end of your range. And as I say, you can't make your larynx any bigger than it is. However, often when people get lower, they kind of push down, they try and tense into they can't really get down to that low note because they're tensing everything up. So try and relax. And I like to try things like humming with my hand on my chest. I'm feeling that resonance. You want the sound to feel like it's kind of emanating from you rather than you pushing it or driving it, especially in this lower range. It kind of works throughout all of your range. You are emanating and resonating rather than driving, and that makes a real difference, but certainly for that lower range. Woo. That's great. I am wondering if I'm interested in this song and hearing if there was anything else that happened in it. I mean, his voice is so incredible here and so warm, and it's just full of talent, and it just sounds so good live. I'm just interested to see, like, what are these performances that people have talked about that are like the bad performances? Is this it? Because if this is it, what is good performances like? I mean, incredible. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and please go head over and check out my very own wolf song, and I hope you enjoy. See you in the next one.